So this is how it works. Germany with migration as their home map. But very first thing that happens is a ban. So Nomads banned by Germany. Black Forest banned by Argentina B. Then they pick their home maps. It's migration for Germany. It's Chaos Pit for Argentina. It's Two Rivers for the next ban. After clearing another Nomad map, gone down the drain, mega random. Nobody wants to play that, it seems. Head out. Team Acropolis, Team Islands, Arabia, and Arena banned, so the closed maps won't see much play. The final designated starting map is going to be Golden Lakes. It's a hybrid map, but with lots of gold in the middle. So Lithuanians comes to mind, first pick in fact, but that gets sniped, so that's out of the question. Same with the Berbers, so that the Mongols, Mangodai, don't have the camel archers to counter them. Italians comes to mind for Golden Lakes, Byzantines does as well. And then probably Cumans and Huns pockets, for example. Could be Teuton's pocket as well for the Crenellation castles for the middle. As for Germany, A Dravidians would be a good flank with the added wood bonus to make it easier to focus both on water and land fighting. Poles, castles, Schlachta privileges maybe, except they're not that dependent upon the gold. Aztecs, that has to be a Chaos Pit pick because it allows you to go for Men-at-Arms towers, for example, or Men-at-Arms archers on a map that doesn't have gold by default. But let's just hop into it, I guess, and get the first game going on what was supposed to be Golden Lakes. Yep. So this should be, oops, Argentina B versus Germany A. Golden Lakes it is as the first map, and we have Carabo with the Huns in the pocket position here. Never needs to build houses, makes for a great fish boom as well. There's lots of fish to be taken, to say the least, so you have to fight for control over at least some of the lakes here over your opponents. As expected, Cumans as the other pocket here. Could, of course, go for the 2 town center boom, but that's risky on open maps. But still, the Cumans stables and archery ranges are at a 75 wood discount, so Cumans could, yeah, have a more fluent way towards multiple stable cavalry spam in extended feudal age or early castle age onwards. On the flanks, we have Tigrit and Malay, so actually picking Malay for this hybrid map. Lots of naval bonuses applying to the Malay, but the fact that they go up through the ages more quickly also favors the Malay in terms of crossbow and arbalest timings. Are we actually going for the lame here? Sees the boar. It's in the back of the base, so it's a risky lame, and there's the scout, so no, you can't really risk the boar lame here for Philip HJS. 2 scouts here to help out as well. Could take out the blue starting scout. Finally, Kapwatch, well-known name in the community, playing as the Ethiopians here for Argentina. On Argentina B for some reason, so he's not playing the A team, but who am I to question that? Argentina have lots of teams in Nations Cup and lots of good players as well. Now let's have a look at Germany's Sibs. On the flank, we have Britons for target. Means that they won't really put too much emphasis on controlling this pond in the south, I guess, even though the Britons could do so. Their strength is playing the range units, the archers, and even the longbows. If the need arises, you might place castles to fortify the middle eventually. So then you could add longbows as well, if the situation allows it. Yeah. Now for the pocket of running, Guriaras. Got some solid camels at work for them. Also the unique unit from the castle, the Chakram thrower, especially efficient against infantry, but apparently effective against any kind of group of units, because they're throwing discs, they throw through multiple targets. So the Chakram thrower, just a overall dangerous unit in mass. Situational but efficient. Spotting the docks going up here, not getting denied by Anotov's starting scout here. But yeah, scouting the area to get... Or maybe they could engage together. Theory. The other pocket of Germany A is the Franks, so they're not taking any chances here. Franks with the cheaper castles will also have an easier time contesting the middle, but they have the strongest paladins in the game. And this is going to take that scout forever, just being an annoyance here, trying to delay the dock a little bit. Philip HES with the Mongols. Late game, Mangudar comes to mind, but with the faster collection of Hunt, the Mongols have a nice early game bonus. Allows them to get to the feudal age more quickly and fluently and produce those scouts. Just gonna speed this up a little bit just for my lack of time to see what the feudal age will bring us here. As they're going up at relatively low villager populations here. The pockets for sure will be providing scouts here, whereas the flank lakes will be contested by fire ships to begin with, maybe galleys at some point, but usually the galleys are only produced to deny redocking by the players. So Kambodscha getting the instant 100 food, 100 gold for the Ethiopians, that makes it easier to produce the first few fire galleys as well. 2 docks for both players, both going for the fire galleys. Don't think there's any significant production speed advantage for either player here. Malay up here as well. 26 pop for the Malay, and it's compared to the now 27 of Philip HAS actually, but the Mongols player also contesting the water here. Not going to make any archers on land anytime soon, but I suppose the same thing goes for the Malay here. They need to... Ooh, great pick off by Anatov there. It's actually taking the docking villager means that repairing the fire galleys here isn't going to be an option for Twig until Twig sends out a new villager. But Argentina be wide open on this side. The scouts of Germany A, do they have any at all? Yeah, Anatov has made the scouts. So you could definitely deny this villager again with scouts from the pocket. Looks like Kambodscha is doing decent down south here, but Target has the... No, wait, they have similar numbers yet again. One more fish for Kambodscha. No significant eco losses taken so far. With the scout situation, you have five scouts for Anatov, 3 scouts for Levi. Not allowed to engage on the gold here. Could, in theory, engage the docking villager, but that's also not really an option. Are these demos or are they fire galleys? Okay, so patiently massing up on the fire galleys here for Twig. It is 3 docks against 3 docks. So Philip keeps the numbers advantage here. You look at the walling for Germany as well. They are... Oh, stone walls already, actually. At least for Anatov here with the Franks. We'll want to mine stone at some point anyway for the cheaper Franks castles, so maybe it doesn't hurt to get the stone walls down already. Yeah, it's a convincing numbers lead here for Target on water, but also this, the fact that the naval fighting is being forced here by Kambodscha, and Kambodscha is keeping up, means that the land investment of the Britain's archer gets significantly delayed as well. Kambodscha also no barracks, no range, no nothing here. Running could take this fight against Garbo because he has the camel scout, but he needs to keep the camel scout close to the scouts in that case. Doesn't look... Oh, they might get lucky, but this should be a fairly easy quick wall for Kambodscha if he's paying attention. Let's see. Does he see this? Does he see this? He's in! Running finds the entrance and he's going to pick up 2 villagers here, almost certainly. Yeah, we'll need to block their escape. That has to be 2 villagers down for Kambodscha, right? Yeah, he actually sacrifices those 2 villagers in order to get the walls and keep the scouts away at home base. Should be a fairly relatively easy wall off over here as well. Here come the teal spears to help out from the top, so the camel scout and the scouts now at risk of going down to those. Value though from running. Look at the villager numbers. 2 villagers killed. About to be a 3rd one. Rewalling gets denied there. The spears get some pokes in, but the camel scout's still alive. 10 scouts to 9 scouts for the Cumans and the Franks now, but Cumans getting Bloodlines, which means that once Bloodlines is in, the Cumans will have a massive hit points advantage over the Franks. Carbo just walking past the I didn't engage immediately with the spears. That was unfortunate. Top side, Philip is definitely winning against the Malay here. I don't think there's any return for Twig here. Now, he's losing all 3 docks, and the stone walls going up for the Mongols as well. Stone walls here, all the way down to the Franks. Only palisades for now for the Guriaras, but also the houses to reinforce behind of that. So the team wall now essentially complete for Germany. It means that the scouts won't be able to go in easily. Carbo admittedly has been doing work with scouts to pick off villagers, but Germany securing now what is... Yeah, okay, didn't secure this south one just yet, but at least they're forcing each other to fight on water. The range going up just now for Kapoch, so Kapoch gets the archers out earlier actually. He may have invested less overall into the naval situation here. Last stop going down over here. Yellow scouts trapped in by Twig. Nice move by Twig. I guess you could still fight your way out through the palisades here as well. Yeah, beginning the palisade killing here. Yeah, it's definitely the best generation on the map, I agree. Sharing the lakes with the pockets and then have some incentive to compete over the other 2 ponds for the other teams. Oh, the move for Kapoch here is going to clean up the last few fires. He's actually winning the southernmost lake against the Britons here. At least it looks like that. Looks like Kapoch is just better at avoid. Oh, I jinxed that. I was going to say he's better at avoiding the demo shots. Let's see if they still keep consistent production here. Kapoch with double docks production of fire galleys, but now he has the momentum here. He certainly has the numbers. I think he'll want to do another demo just in case, but he still has the fish working as well. That's more than you can say about Target losing the last fish here. Third town center coming up for the Cumans now. Should have a comfortable villager lead over the others, but at the expense of being later to the castle stage. Now actually queuing some camels here, the green player, as Anatolf breaks through, hitting the Cumans at crucial timing here. I think he needs to go raid the Cumans now, make sure the Cuman doesn't go uncontested with the land economy extension here. Could easily fight these camels. The camels have +2 on the way, but cavalry mass of Anatolf certainly... Okay, it's hesitant to engage because it's mainly light cav in this army, but it's still a fight that could easily be won against the cavalry here. Doesn't want to use needlet. Doesn't want to use... I can't speak today. Doesn't want to lose units needlessly is what I wanted to say. That's why he doesn't engage. He waits for the crossbows to join in. Crossbows against camels is going to be in favor of the crossbows because the camels have weaker pierce armor by far compared to knights and for that matter the light cav. Kapoch is winning down south. He's started queuing more fish, so he's going to get a nice and fluent fish income as a result of that. Running keeps some camels close to target side just in case of any carbo raids with the light cav and other cavalry approaches here. And Germany A also slowly creeping in towards the middle here. Slight equal lead, nothing too detrimental just yet, but also military lead for Germany could be because of an earlier castle age to the production of knights and camels for the Gudjars and Huns here. Looks like we want to move into raid pocket again. Still open here, so Levy didn't go for the re-walling here. Now joined by Running and Philip here to engage against, try to engage against the Cumans yet again. Yeah, getting some proper raids in here. That's going to cost some builder lives of Levy. He's at 55 builders by now, but in the meantime, Anatov is catching up. He's getting some serious raids in here. And yeah, it's just going to get so many villager kills here. 44 villagers, but it's 3 town centers to what's about to become 3 for Anatov as well. It's okay, I guess it doesn't want to go in the middle just yet, but this TC is just... I guess it provides protection for this gold mine. Now Camels cleaning this up, unsurprisingly. Humans Camels don't scale well, though they don't really get to the Imperial Age and the Imperial Camels now. Some movement down here as well, that's the Gudjars Camels and some Shrivamshas doing some work here. Middle being taken by Kapoch as well, a middle town center now. But what's the stone situation of Argentina be? They haven't been mining stone at all. Look at Germany's sides, they are preparing to get castles up and fortify the middle. It's starting to look good for Germany with the progression of the game here. Slight military lead, convincing equal lead now because of the raids. And also never ending raids. Germany A are in fact abusing the situation that is that the Argentinian team are not walled properly. Germany has the team walls, right? They're not really stone walls from the Gudjars here, but they have the base covered. Some crossbows forward for Kapoch, but that should be a fairly easy cleanup for some Franks cavalry. Or even the Shrivamshas, actually, as the numbers reach a usable mass. Town centers on the woodland, getting some pickoffs on the crossbows as well, providing protection against the armies at work here. Oh, beautiful timing with the knights and crossbows here, going to completely deny that TC number 4 from the Cumans. Lots of villagers going to, not lots of villagers, but some villagers going to go down here as well. Only 4 camels for the Cumans now, going into the knights. Doesn't have the full upgrades yet, but that's also not the case for the Franks. Out of top with 45 eco kills, so has done some significant raiding work here. Looks like Philip HGS tries to focus fire the camels first, and then go for the knights, but this fight should favor the Germany team. No, Argentina team, I mean, because they simply have more cavalry and all on +2 for these. So more crossbows throwing in, more knights perhaps as well. How's the food eco looking? It's, yeah, the farm transition has been decent enough here, and the first cattle goes up in the middle. Perfect placement there from Running to deny this town center and the gold income of Kapoch in the middle. Not too convincing cavalry numbers from the Franks here. It's a double cavalry from Argentina B as well. The Huns player now starting to spam more and more cavalry, and the reason Argentina B catches up so nicely here in numbers is that the Huns team bonus is 20% faster as a team bonus. That obviously applies to the Cumans as well. So Huns Cumans, powerful combo. Cheaper, well, better economy heading into the castle age for the Cumans, and 20% faster from the Huns bonus. The military lead is snowballing for Germany now. Even the faster production of the Huns and Cumans can't really keep this up. We're still making fire galleys down south, so somehow Target has been able to cling on here against Kaposh as well. Found a fishing ship to take out there, so obstructing some of that food income. 3 Warmshots and Camels now raiding Kaposh's home base as well, just to make sure he can't really extend the economy here. Great engagement here against Kapoch's Arby's Knights and Crossbows working together. Again, idling some of Kapoch's home base economy here, but another decent pickup from the Huns here. Now gone into Pikeman, and no sign of Imperial Age for Argentina though, whereas 3 of the players on Germany A are heading towards that next age. Fully boomed Franks and Gudars players is just going to be very nasty for Argentina as the German team gets to the next stage, but it gives Argentina a window of opportunity to engage as well. They are matching the military now, not so much the economy, but this is when they need to engage before that Imperial Age can kick in and the upgrades can come in for the Franks, especially as well the Cavalier Paladin here. Chakram forwards for the Gudars, good choice there to deal with the pikeman initiative of the Huns. Carbo taking no chances here, wants to get that castle up in the middle, needs that gold access for continued units production as well, but seeing the Imperial Age kick in for more of the Germany players, Argentina be choose to tap out and lose out on the first game here, Kapoch never succeeded in completely taking out target on land here, did get to some land armies earlier on, but the pocket cavalry armies especially were doing great work at denying Kapoch's efforts to deal eco damage to Germany. You can see from the eco losses here that yes, target did lose some eco units, but that's some fish and obviously some villagers on land, but overall claiming the top pond of the Malay nice and early, and denying Malay the free fish trap economy, and also getting into the very open map of Argentina on the left hand side is what won Germany the game. The clever use of mobility, playing into the fact that Argentina was never able to wall properly. Fantastic raids by Adotov here, got some how many eco kills in the end? It was quite significant, I think. Let's see, at least the KD is 108 to 58, but the eco kills 50 to 2. Could you spend too much time on this, but could have a look at the Fuel Age timings, looking very comparable with 2 of the Germany players making it to the Imperial Age before any of the Argentinians could even click up here, even though they were probably trying for it. TL getting close. Seemed like the timing to go to the middle was on point for Germany as well. Let's have a look at game number 2 after checking off the Sibs that won the game here. Tons from Ethiopians and Malay. We're going to Chaos Pit next, most likely. No Persians here. Don't want to get douched by the Persians, the the Germany team here, but yes, let's just hop into Chaos Pit, which have given us lots of eventful games in the Nations Cup so far. This probably won't be any exception. Here we go. Chaos Pit, you need to get through this woodline to get to the gold and the additional stones. Even the relics, all of the relics are outside. 6 relics to be claimed on the outside of the map, but you need to chop through first. That's 300 wood to get through. So you'll need to micro some lumberjacks and set up your lumber economy in the backside as soon as possible, if that's your intention, of course. Scouts moving out early here. Target out with 2 villagers with the mines already. Wants to lame the berries, perhaps. Lames on the hunt as well. Not allow them to be pushed in. Topside, same thing has happened. Eagle Scout and villagers, and they're just trying their very best to obstruct your economy. Oh, that could be one dead villager for Biri. Argentina switched in a couple of players actually. Biri and Prisma playing this one. So let's see how this works out. You could try and wall the berries, but they seem to be too close to the town center here. Everyone's sending villagers out to take the fights. In this case, I favor the Mayans because of the extra hit points on... No, not extra hit points, but higher attack of the eagle. Tries to commit to the villager kill there. Everyone's got Loom, of course, to engage comfortably here. Well, it's idle time for everyone, since Levy needs to pull more villagers here. I guess that's hurting Levy more than it's hurting Target, though. Not sure if we even have time to introduce the civilizations properly here, but we have Mayans for Target. Probably because Mayans start with 1 extra villager, makes it easier to move out to lane nice and early. And you'll be getting Loom anyway to not have your TC running idle. We have Khmer for running, doesn't need any prerequisite buildings to go to the next stage or to get the military buildings ready, so Khmer could go straight scouts without needing a barracks at first. Saves you lots of wood and also allows you to start farming more earlier and more efficiently for a fluent, no need to drop off food from farms for the Khmer, so that food just trickles in. Ooh, Target could wall in the berries area, going to wall in at least 1 section of berries, not going to get the other one. That's too risky, too close to the town center. I guess another way to lame here could be to place a house foundation here, palisades here, and palisades here, and then you'd force green further away, but the lumber camp is already in place, so I guess that's not an issue here. Poles for Antov wants to... Yeah, that's another good sim for Chaos Pit, because I'm surprised Argentina B didn't manage to snag that one, because Poles generate gold from stone mining. They are essentially the only civilization, maybe, except for Saracens, that have gold access before going through to the edge on Chaos Pit. That gold income has been nerfed a little bit from the Poles, so I think it's not 50% anymore, but 40 or 33, 40 maybe. So the gold trickle is lower. Target now walling in the lumberjacks so that Prisma can't comfortably send more villagers this way. I'm not sure if that's going to bother Prisma all that much at this stage, but it's a little bit annoying. Okay, it's 33% now for the Poles. So of the stone you mine, 33% of that also generates a gold trickle. So mine 100 stone, you get 33 gold with the Poles. For free. It used to be 50%, so it's a good thing they changed it. So a little bit overpowered that bonus. Still more villagers out and about for Biri here. A labor boy going to obstruct the berry income here as well, perhaps. I guess these berries, if you're milling them, even if it's close to the town center, it's probably safer to drop the mill on this side. It's Aztecs for Chaos to win, by the way, so Aztecs, they could actually go for Men-at-Arms on this map if they like Men-at-Arms and Archers, because Aztecs start with 50 extra gold. Feudal Age all the way for running, going for an aggressive 18 population scouts here. Should have no problem fielding some early scouts there with this flawless, almost flawless Feudal Age timing. Target just keeps going with the Mayans here, walling in another... Almost succeeding in walling in another woodline, but now Kapoch brings the boys over and will have none of this laming. Places another lumber camp. Slightly annoyed by Target here, but nothing too consequential. No, that's the... They're just freeing up some space for the lumberjacks here. Still got quite a while to go. This is not a great place for lumber camps to get through to the middle here. You want to... I mean, it's probably hard to spot, but you want to find the places where there's three tiles of wood, right? But then again, you don't want to walk too far either. Here comes the stable for Anatov, so the Poles player going to play the scouts as well. Did not go to stone yet. But is also almost through to the back here as the first player. So Anatov has really been microing the lumberjacks here to always have two villagers working on one tree to get through that 100 wood as quickly as possible. Going to have gold access very soon, and also gets lucky with the lumber camp placement here to actually get straight to the gold. Tree scouts out for running already. That early feudal age pays off. Also has tree farms working, getting the berries. Certainly on the offensive here. Levy with the barracks for the Saracens here, who needs to get some defensive spearmen out, and for some reason didn't go for the faraway wood line, which I find weird on Chaos Pit, but it's probably a matter of resource efficiency as well. You're not that dependent upon getting to the gold as the Saracens early on. You could pass through on your teammates' sides instead. Chaos to win, not taking any chances here with the walling. He's chasing 5 builders with 7 of his own. Really wants to get those walls up and to secure this woodline up top. Actually also didn't go for any woodline near the edge, which is... I don't understand why the players do it that way, but... These are high-level players. There has to be a reason for it. Maybe they just want to play the extended feudal age here. Now I'm going to wall off there as well. Builders fighting builders. Action, as always, from the very get-go on Chaos Pit. Scout-wise, running is comfortably ahead here. Gets to take some hit points off the Bulgarians as well, who also could go for men-at-arms here, as they don't need to spend any gold on the men-at-arms upgrade. So you could queue to militia at least as the Bulgarians and get that instant men-at-arms upgrade. It's not really going to apply here all that much. Walls completing for Chaos to win here. At the risk of... Yeah, did lose 3 villagers so far in the game. So the eco situation is somewhat comparable here. Pole scouts doing some work as well. Great aggression by Germany A here. Should give them eco advantage, and they definitely have the military lead at this point. Finally feudal age for Chaos to win as well. They have 2 vessel civs at work here actually. Aztecs with the extra gold and Mayans with the longer lasting resources. Mayans having the longer lasting resources. Yes, your stone lasts you longer for the tower rushes, I guess, but it's going to take you increasingly longer to chop through the trees. So with that in mind, Mayans isn't the ideal pick around here. Magyar's scouts, Magyar's instant attack upgrade. Biri with the Teutons will get the gets to garrison twice as many villagers. So it seems. Why is Biri still Dark Age actually? Why so many villagers? Is he going to douche here or something? It's like the only military that Biri's got are the villagers at this point. Still in the Dark Age with 2 villagers. Got the 2 buildings needed to go to the next stage. Now scrambling up a house. Has not gone to stone at all. Not sure what Biri's plan is around there. Kapoch. No, Chaos to win. Up to the next stage as well. So the Aztecs now in the castle age, dropping another barracks. So going to queue some more spears here. Will not be able to afford any gold units just yet because the lumber camp still isn't on the woodline in the back. Scouts of running, getting a comfortable engagement there. Let's have a look at the upgrades as well. +1/+1, no bloodlines. So better upgrades for the Khmer Scouts compared to the Bulgarians here. Better numbers as well. Second stable for Prisma now. What's the situation for running is also building the second one, but has kept that numbers lead consistent. Birin now with 33 villagers going up to the next stage as Teutons. Maybe didn't succeed as much in the laming as he wanted to here. Now Anopov has found the gold with the poles as well. Has not been mining gold or stone so far, just committing to the feudal age armies, which you obviously need when all the fighting is going on in the middle currently. 8 villagers lead for Germany, also about 10 military ahead, but that could change quickly with the spearmen meddling in here. But as far as I can tell, okay, Prisma is through actually, so Prisma could get some gold access in the backside here as well, but you still need to keep an eye on what's going on at home base and to protect your farming economy somehow. You will need military as well. It's actually triple stables for Prisma now, so that's going to delay that castle age even further. Means that Germany should be in a position to reach the next age earlier, like in the previous game, or comfortably. Finally, Biri reaches the feudal age as well. Double barracks here, gonna go into mass amounts of spearmen. But Argentina B is keeping up with the military situation here. No sign of any castle age transition for any teams just yet. Didn't go to gold here yet, Anatov either. Keeps queuing the scouts. There's the market for targets. Could be that target wants to manipulate some resources to go to the next stage. Could sell 100 or 200 stone for gold for the Castle Age research, perhaps. No, it's actually through. Oh, is he gonna tower this side? Tell me he's gonna find this woodland and tower it. Oh, does he see that? Place an outpost already. Yes! That is a beautiful tower, and there's nothing Levy can do about this other than place his own tower. He is with 11 on stone, so it's certainly an option to counter tower, but he needs to see it as well. This could be huge losses for the Saracens player. That could mean several villagers. It's the only woodland he has as well, so Levy now effectively off wood. 0 on wood, 75 wood only. Can barely even counter tower here, and target now goes to counter tower and stonewalling off this side, rather than trying to take out Prisma's economy as well. Big fight in the middle. Scouts versus scouts and spears mixed in as well. Seems to favor Germany. Biri has lost lots of villagers along the way as well. Has lost 10 eco units this game. But all things considered, Germany not that far ahead. But they have 2 players on the way to the cast stage. That means that knights or siege weapons or even castles could be on the menu here. 6 on stone for running. Maybe he wants to get those castles up, or maybe it's just for additional town centers for a massive Khmer boom. Lots of villagers committing to the walling here, but that's also going to keep the Argentina team completely away from raiding this side, unless Levy somehow gets through here. But yeah, that tower denies that. Kapotch moving over to the other side. We have 1 player. Levy with the Saracens has probably used the market to gain the gold needed to go to the next age here. Now moving over, okay, trying to find a new wood line here. Has been off wood for quite some time now. But there's finally some gold access for the Saracens as well. Took the long way around here with through the lumber camp on Prisma. Castle is now in for the Kebur double stable knights for running, and Antov keeps queuing some scouts. Could be a gold situation. 6 on gold did go to this gold. These guys probably just going to wall off somewhere, maybe around here somewhere. Oh, some scouts here from Kapotch, so they could pick off the walling builders nice and easy over Anatov, who doesn't have any army assistance here, but that would depend upon Kapotch spotting them. Only 2 scouts. Oh, more scouts coming, never mind. Going for the raid on the side that's not locked off here. Argentina B obviously have seen the stone walls on this side. Saracens archers would take them forever to break through these stone walls. So clever move of Kapoc to scout this side now and make sure Germany can't close off this side as easily. Big scouts fight in middle there, or is it light cap by now? Scouts. No, Anatov still not up, and the Bulgarians definitely not up, but looks like a great fight for green here. Or not. That's all of the scouts down for Prisma, as Anatov keeps queuing scouts. That folwark economy running nice and fluently for the poles here. And yeah, the beautiful folwark placement there. They provide population space as well, saves you some wood as you go along. And now the Mayans' strength is coming to show here. The plumed archers now being added from the castle to the east side of target. Kapoc still scouting the outer edges here. Did find the gold of Anatov, but Anatov now in the castle age will be able to secure this gold with the town center soon enough. Yeah, good quick was great reaction by running to keep that aggression out, as the Aztecs player has committed into a huge amount of pikemen now to try and deal with the inevitable cavalry spam of the Poles and the Khmer here. Germany A on top of things, they have a convincing score lead. They are establishing an eco and military lead here as well now raiding the farming economy of the Bulgarians. However, Argentina B are extending their economy in the back here. Kapoc with a healthy stone gold access now could get some castles up to fortify this side, while Anatov now, knowing that Kapoc's armies are far away, is able to wall off this side as well. Villagers obviously going to die, but the left hand side properly secured here. Some purple villagers moving over as well. I'm not sure what Running's plan is here. Maybe he wants to get the castle up, perhaps. Missing some stone for that, but maybe he was planning the wall as well, just a miscommunication. Oh, here comes a proper castle in the middle for Anatov, but Kapoc must be suspecting something like that. He's scrambling up a castle of his own to protect what is most of his working farming economy currently. He's reseeding in the forest in the back, dropping another town center in the back here, but can Kapoc carry this on his own with the Magyars? Levy has lost a whooping 42 villagers here. It's down to 15 villagers, and doesn't really seem to have a point of escape here even. What did I miss here? Blue has lost all of the villagers. It is at the point of defeat now. If this castle takes out this town center, then the last remaining villagers will be going down, and Blue will have to move into the back over here somehow to find a safe reboot. But it also takes a good 10-15 minutes to get your economy back and rolling to a proper number. 12 villagers, and also Bulgarian players significantly idled here. The only players properly in the game for Argentina now are Kapoc and Biri, and Biri isn't really bringing any military to the field here. The only player able to produce military here is Kapoc. There's just no way for Argentina here. The GG well played is called, and Germany A take a second game on what was actually Argentina's home map, so we'll be moving into migration for the last one. After a quick look at the stats here. Good draft for Germany though. So I didn't quite understand the Mayans at first, but once the plumed archers entered the arena, then that becomes a different situation. Aztecs, Poles, pretty much a go-to civilization for a map like this. Teutons could go for the towers, but somehow Beri wasn't able to. Went for some early laming and set back the feudal age that way. Magyars, instant forting, very nice one to have. Saracens not so gold dependent, and Bulgarians also with the instant men-at-arms, something that didn't see play in this game, but it's situational, of course. If you're up against the Khmer with their fast scouts, they would make quick work of the Bulgarians' men-at-arms, even with the early men-at-arms timing of the Bulgarians. You can tell that there's been lots of mobility and breeding at play here with the KD that the Khmer player running brings to the game here, and just an overall more convincing economy. Almost 1 minute faster than the next player here for running. Finally, little glance at the APM here. Action from the very get-go with the laming builders here. Okay, let's have a look at the draft again with the Aztecs, Poles, Mayans, and Khmer winning that one. With the Bulgarians, Saracens, Magyars, and Teutons going down. Leaves us with Byzantines, Japanese, Italians, and probably Burgundians for migration here, but you never know. Whereas Germany A has Dravidians, Vikings, cheaper docks, pop space from docks, and Chinese, maybe for the stronger demolition ships, and land presence, Turks, strike missile, land civ as well. Not sure which one of these three will not be played, but let's say these four, and let's leave Celts for a different day. Celts would bonus handy for migration as well, obviously though. So we'll go into migration now, third game. Alright, we have target on the flank here as the Dravidians. He's going to get a nice wood boost, reaching the next age. 200 wood instantly granted the Dravidians in the... Once they reach the next age. They also have a unique ship in the Imperial Age called the Thirasadai, which is a very good counter ship to regular galleys, or galleons, if you will. Might see play if this game goes to the Imperial Age on water. In the pocket we have Chinese. We've seen that sometimes on migration that players go for a Chinese pocket that goes for a very long Dark and Feudal Age, so to speak. And to go into the Castle Age at a very healthy population. It would involve the flanks holding for longer, but with the Dravidians you should be able to hold a 2 vs 1 for at least a little bit. In the pocket, Chinese could also, with that economy approach, the more villagers in the Dark and Feudal Ages go for a past Imperial Age and turn things around that way. Out of top with the Turks, so he wants to contest the middle mainly, I would think. Turks instant chemistry as well allows for faster cannon galleons if the need should arise. They also have access to bracers, so they have a decent naval tech tree on top of all these things, but it's going to be the middle contesting for the Turks here with the Janissaries, early gunpowder options in the Imperial Age as well. Right hand side, Philip with the Vikings. Does not have access to fire galleys actually at all, so the Vikings need to play galleys, but then in exchange at the Castle Age onwards they get longboats, which is essentially a Chukonu on a ship, while at least when you look at its firing rate, fires more arrows and faster. Very devastating raiding unit for any economy close to the land, and trades well against most kinds of ships because they stack so well as well. They are so easily maneuverable. It's like maneuvering a Mangudai on water. Capoccia on the flank here for Argentina B with the Italians. Cheaper fishing ships for the Italians. Get access to the Genoese crossbowman from the castle as the unique unit to combat cavalry on land with the bonus damage against cavalry. Also have access to bomber cannons and hussars, things like that in the Imperial Age, and Cold of the Arrows as a potential raiding unit land. Strong infantry units that has a resistance to gunpowder, so that might be useful against the Turks here in the Imperial Age. Any civilization on team with the Italians get access to Cold of the Arrows as well, so it doesn't necessarily need to be the Italians making them. In the pocket we have Carbo as the Byzantines, faster firing fire ships, tankier buildings as well, 10, 20, 30 and 40%. More hit points. And a cheaper Imperial Age, 33% discount or whatever it is. Might even be 50%, but it's definitely cheaper. Pocket Burgundians for Levy. We saw in the other migration game with Turkey vs Austria that the Burgundians shown in that game. They got the eco upgrades nice and early. Don't see it quite yet, but we're going to see it probably. And established a boom fairly early in the Castle Age on land. Got the Costiliers out. And finally on the left hand side we have Twig with the Japanese. Twice as tanky fishing ships. They have twice the hit points and also more pierce armor, so they are more resistant towards any label unit. Can tank more galley fire. Can also tank more fire ship fire because they have twice the hit points. Also resource drop-off points 50% cheaper, so the Japanese save some wood in that regard. Easier to get your third dock up or your blacksmith to get to the galleys. 3 docks when entering the Feudal Age for the Japanese here. Going to contest target on this side. It's a bit of a far travel though between the flanks here. Thank you so much for the raid, El Docente. This is Argentina B versus Germany A. Germany currently 2-0. As Twig scrambles up the blacksmith nice and early here. Going to get to that fletching fairly early and easily, but the blacksmith already up for the Dravidians as well as the 3 docks. So the fletching is going to kick in even earlier for the orange player. Target with triple docks consistent production, but that's the case for Twig as well. Now let's have a look at the other flanks here. Galleys forward for Philip in the red here, trying to obstruct Capoche's cheaper Italian's fish boom here. No fletching for him thus far. Also no blacksmith for Capoch, so the fletching is going to happen later on this side. However, the blacksmith now going up for the Vikings. Just needs to keep the numbers alive now until fletching is in, ideally. Neither of them are fletching though, and it could be a tiny... Could have been a tiny head start to fletching for Philip, but he doesn't seem to have clicked it yet, so now Capoch is going to get it at least 30 seconds ahead of Philip here, and Philip will have to rely on numbers to take the better fights here. Maybe just pull away until the next one as well. Turks and Chinese going Castle Age here. No fast castle of the Argentinian pockets just yet. 12 fish for Turks though, so that has to be kept safe from galley raids. Otherwise, it's going to struggle big time for food economy here, the yellow player. Transport ship for running with Chinese as well is already in the middle. Placed a stable immediately, actually, just to scout the map more efficiently, see if Argentina have established some presence on the map. 9 to 7 galleys here, but more galleys diving in for Twig. Japanese getting the better numbers, doesn't he? No, 9 versus 8, and there's more down here for the Dravidians. It should be 3 docks for both of them still. Now moving into the middle for a town center probably. They have shared vision as well, so that's running, doing the scouting for the teammate to try and find a good spot for the first answer there. They want to keep the docks away from the shoreline, just in case the Germany loses water here. They don't want to be subject to raids on that side. Anatov in the cast age is allowed to sling a player in an age lower. That's the current rules of the tournament. So it's to limit slinging as a strategy, because usually it would be the other way around, right? You will have one player staying in the feudal age, just sending resources. But now with one player in the cast age slinging a feudal age player, that's allowed. And that also allows Germany a feudal age players to get to the cast age more quickly than the flanks they're battling against. This isn't necessarily a fight Philip wants to take, though, because Philip is on the way to the cast age. Kapoch is not. Kapoch, however, on 4 docks. It's still only 3 for the Vikings. But with cast age on the way, of course, you don't want to lose your army mass before you can get to War Galley and those things. Oh, the Chinese cavalry investment paying off here. Denying the landing of Levy here. Such a great spot. The transport ship won't go down, but it's also... Okay, it's a clever way to deny landing entry from Argentina, to be honest. Cast age 45 seconds away now for the red player. Outnumbered by Kapoch here, but Kapoch still nowhere near being able to click up here. However, Carbo from the Byzantines' pocket position here is with fire ships to get close to the galleys here as well. An unfortunate situation for Philip here, who still didn't quite make it to the cast stage. Will get War Galley now. Thanks for the follow to Yesiko. I appreciate that. Now transporting in towards the middle as well. Missed one villager actually. Oh, but the galley numbers are going to diminish here for the Vikings. Transport ship makes it to the land though, so the Vikings player will be able to re-establish an economy on land. While Argentina currently don't have any presence on land just yet. They seem to put heavy emphasis on water here. They also have the Byzantines player going Imperial Age, as was seen in the other migrations game. One of the pockets going for a fast Imperial Age approach. In Austria and Turkey game, it was both the Malay and the Byzantines on their respective teams going for the next age more quickly. Philip, however, definitely losing the water battle here, which will allow Kapoch, now on the way to the cast age, to obstruct some of the land economy of Anatov as well. But look at the middle positioning here. 3 town centers for the Chinese in the middle already. 2 town centers for Anatov, with Turks, 2 town centers for Vikings. Germany are going to get a massive eco lead, even if they lose their water situation here. Looks like Target will try to hold this side on his own. Cast Age is in for Twig, but War Galley isn't in just yet. It is a 2 vs 1 though, and there are should be fire ships as well. Why are they in the back? Why are they behind here? Still way more numbers for the Japanese player, the Twig. So that shouldn't be a concern here. Now Imperial Age is in for Carbo. And the fast fire ship upgrade is underway. Now getting Loom as well, preparing to go into the middle probably. Still some scouts here, scouting the shoreline for running. Maybe expecting Carbo to try to get to the middle island now, but currently not an option as long as the scouts can patrol that shoreline and keep an eye out for any transport ships or builders landing. Fast fire ship, but no careening here. That means that they are vulnerable to galley fire. Doesn't seem to be a huge concern for Argentina for the time being, because the military situation for Argentina is well ahead. Even if it's all naval units, they are well ahead, controlling the waters. TC coming up in the middle for Kapoch as well, so he's making an effort to claim the middle land. And Shakuni roots for Argentina because their cricket team has resurfaced again. Really? Thought Argentina was a football country, not a cricket country. So Twig winning some terrain here, or should I say waters, against target over here. Imperial H now kicking in for running with the Chinese as well. Beautiful castle here for running up top. Denying this TC. Doesn't know that. He sees it now at least. Oh, denying 2,000 centers with this castle, and it's already Imperial Age, which means that Levy's castle on the shoreline here, that will be short-lived with the Chinese castle already up. Look at this. It's a bit lucky that it went up, but it's also smart way of positioning in the north here to deny easy land access for Argentina B here. Argentina B obviously controlling water by now, but with castles going up on the mainland, nothing's to stop Germany from castling the shorelines and making a comeback on water as well. Still only few H galleys for Kapoch as he's trying to commit to the mainland. Here comes another castle, since Anatov has spotted the efforts of Kapoch to claim the land. Imperial Age coming in for the Turks as well allows for trebuchets or bomber cannons to be made. Second castle for running here wants to eliminate any chance of Levy contesting a trap war here, just in case Levy should be on the way to the Imperial Age. That's not the case. Of course, also wants to limit the production of Costilier on land. Another castle going up on the hill here. Philip HJS will be denied that, most likely, by Carbo's militaries here, though. Imperial Age is in, so, or at least when in the Imperial Age, you can sling your teammates in an age lower, and that's what Carbo does to Kapoch here as well. Fast Fire is cleaning up the shores here, so it's going to cause eco losses for Germany, but they have manifested their position on land. This TC a little bit close to the shoreline, so that's denied by Argentina's naval forces. They are also able to make some kind of presence on land here, but now with the land armies increasing for Germany, the Janissary numbers spiking up here, and the Imperial Age already well on the way for Anatov. The expansion on land for Argentina B is going to be increasingly harder as well. Kapoch's monks trying to convert some Janissaries here, but they almost match the range of the monks. The monks have 9 range, the Janissaries have 9, even getting some pickoffs on some of the castle builders there. Costilier catching some of the Janissaries off guard here, but look at them gathering as a group again here and diminishing the Costilier numbers yet again. Monks for Levy, maybe thinking about the relics here and healing up the Costilier. Full control over this land, so running probably won't be able to salvage any of the economic units from the mainland. Same here, fast fires from Cargo sticking close to the shoreline, making redocking almost impossible here. Maybe you need to try and get a cast lap or something to finally be able to transport to the mainland. Galleys from Kapoch here as well. Argentina really making use of the fact that they are in control of the waters, keeping their home land economy safe as well, which will sustain them for a bit longer still. Gold access and stone access, even wood on the mainland, so it's not a crucial matter to claim the middle lands at this point for Argentina B, because they still have the naval control. They have they are denying lots of economy of Germany that way, so these numbers are deceiving. Probably 100 builders of the Germans working on these islands, if not more. There's actually a lot more. It's like 130-ish villagers or more on these starting islands that can't make their way to the middle islands, you said. But maybe it's enough still to win the middle islands, because that will drain the resources of Argentina being much more quickly. They are already being pushed away here by the Vikings and Turks armies. Full control over the middle land for Germany. Obviously ahead in population as a result of that as well, and making the best of whatever resources they have left at the homeland here. 3 town centers on the edge of the map here for Twig, and dropping a castle as well. That's something that Germany hasn't quite paid attention to yet. I guess they could scramble up a castle here to deny some of it as well, but Twig is going to try his best to make a push from this direction with the Japanese, but look at the right hand side. So much military here on land for Germany. Arbalists, Janissaries, Hugonoos, and some bomber cannons as well. It's just nothing Argentina can do to contest this at this point on land. Constantly goes down, the Arbalists are pushing as well. Castle now close-ish to the shoreline for target, who will be pushing this side. I just clicked the Imperial Age actually, but yeah. Had some excess stone there, but I'm gonna go into... what unit now? Barracks coming up. Maybe upgrades for the Urumi swordsmen, like Squires and Arson. Comes to mind. Yeah, so much presence of Germany in the middle. Much more resources to be claimed here. But they need to try and get rid of the Argentina's armies as well, perhaps. Yeah, look. Argentina actually taps out here. Maybe it's just a question of time until Germany would be able to redock and claim the naval armies. But... considering that, I guess the economies of land, because they're still working, it's not as much of an issue for Germany just yet. And since they claimed the full middle island, Argentina wouldn't be able to sustain the resources for long enough to keep up. In theory, they could trade on water though for gold access, but it still wouldn't be as sustainable as the German situation, claiming all of the middle with continued gold and wood access in the middle like this. So GG will play Germany 3-0 against Argentina in the Gold League of Nations Cup. Picking up a juicy 4 points because of the 3-0. It's 1 point for win, but a bonus point for 3-0. All in all, massive eco advantage for Germany here. The up times. I mean, at the end of the day, Argentina had all 4 players trying to claim the water. And since Germany only had 2 players focusing on water, it made it so much easier for Germany to contest the middle. So they must have had a good plan for migration here with that in mind. Better boom overall. Taking the win home to Germany. So that's it for Nations Cup today. To those who have stuck around, I'm sorry about the internet issues to begin the stream. That was frustrating to say the least, but at least we got it stabilizing a bit before the end. Thanks to everyone stopping by with the raids as well. Much appreciate that. Now, I think it's time to pass the viewers along again here. Let's send you to Lily again. It's LAC this full week. Lily appreciates Lily deserves all the attention this tournament can get. So off we go to Lily. See you around some other time.